I don't know. What do you think? It's so funny. We're like ready to go, and I still can't even decide which one I want to do for my.
You still modifying your list? Your list still coming together?
It's still coming together. Still pulling it together, fellas.
Throughout history, bold artistic statements have changed the world. And then there are these. The album openers that confused, confounded, or just quietly undermined everything that followed. Some tried too hard. Others, we're not sure what they tried. Possibly drugs for the first time while sequencing the record. These are the songs that greeted us at the door and made us check the address. It's Top 5 Bewildering Album Openers on this episode of the 5x3.
Hey, welcome to the 5x3. 5 challenging choices for the three of us and you to make. I'm Jimmy.
I'm Dave.
I'm Glenn.
And today's episode is Top 5 Bewildering Album Openers. They don't have to be bad songs. They can even be songs you like. I know mine. There's some songs in here I like, but they're head scratchers for opening tracks. And you just say, why would you open your album with this song? So we're doing that. We'd love to hear your comments on this and get your head scratchers in the comments section so we can go back and listen to those and have some laughs ourselves. And hopefully you'll get a kick out of some of ours here. So we've not shared our answers ahead of time. And Dave, why don't you kick things off with your number 5?
All right, I'm up. Just to reiterate, these are not songs that we don't like, or these are all songs I like. I'm just wondering why. Just the question is why. My first one is an album, a classic album. I used to stare at the album cover sitting in my brother's room, just cranking this album to no end. It is Number of the Beast, Iron Maiden, and the song is Invaders. And
Interesting.
You just have so many other options. I mean, how badass would this album be if they opened it with Number of the Beast? Or the
seems like it seems like a logical choice.
It's a bit of an oversight. I think it's a bit of an oversight.
Or Run to the Hills. There's so many options, and I just don't. I didn't get it. I didn't get it then. I don't get it now. Think of the other tracks you could have used.
Yes,
absolutely. I mean, they start side 2 with Number of the Beast. Why? I mean, it's such a great opening. It seems like makes perfect sense to open the record with that song, and they don't.
Sometimes it's just a sequencing issue, possibly. Other times it's like, why at all, I think, at least on mine, speaking for myself. So with that, it sounds like a sequencing issue that you're taking issue with.
But it's why not Run to the Hills? This falls into the category of I like the song. I'm just wondering, was that the best choice? Was that the best choice?
Fair enough.
I don't know.
Okay. Fair enough. And that's what this is about. That's what this is about.
I never would have guessed in a million years Iron Maiden was going to be on this list.
It was a late ad.
A late ad?
Yeah.
A late ad. Yeah, my number 5, I haven't even picked yet, so.
Jim's still working on his list.
I'm working on it as we talk about Invader. I'm like, I wonder that one.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead. All right, Dave. Are you satisfied with your attack on Iron Maiden?
Well, I have a question, though.
Yeah.
Were you immediately put off by that opener before you knew what was to come? Or did you make this decision after you knew what else they had?
You mean the first time I heard the record?
Yeah.
When I was like 12?
I think Glen's slightly offended. I'm getting some aggression. I'm feeling some aggression from Glen. I don't think Glen's accepting the words that are coming out of your mouth.
I was just curious. Like you put it on, you drop the needle, and you're like, oh.
Well, no, it's not that. I think it's
what? What?
See, this is why it's controversial.
Start with this?
Well, no, that's the thing. It's not a question of not liking the song.
It's after you listen to the entire record after multiple listens. You went, you know what? Not my first choice for number 1.
Not my first choice for number 1.
I'll let it go.
Or even you could have done The Prisoner.
I think you've satisfied.
I love The Prisoner.
I love The Prisoner. Yeah. You could have done that one.
Okay, well, we could go on and on about Number of the Beast for many reasons.
All right, I think you've satisfied Glenn with your...
I don't think I have, but it's okay.
It's good. It's good.
This could come up later. All right, Glenn, your number 5. Your number 5 most bewildering album openers.
Okay.
Opener for number 5.
So this one, I was so excited to get this album. I heard the single. I was turning the page in my listening habits. I was heading into alternative music. The album is Cranberries. Everybody else is doing it, so why can't we? And I Still Do is the opening track. So I do like this track quite a bit, but I feel like I have arrived late to a movie. I remember putting it on and just being immediately forced into this vibe that I was not. All I had heard was Dreams at that point. So I just felt like I entered the album in the wrong place.
right. That's a really interesting. I think it's a really interesting point where you put on the start of a record, and all this, and you're like, I feel like this is track 4 or 5, maybe. I think
Yeah, it's like
plus,
they expected me.
Plus, I think Dreams wasn't necessarily the most accurate representation of that band.
Yeah, that's fair to say.
It was a great single. It's a great song.
Yeah.
But it's not, to me at least, it's not totally them. It's something a little extra to it. And so I'm not surprised you put on the record like, wait a minute, what's this?
Yeah. That's a great one. That's a really interesting one. All right, number 5 there for Glenn. The Cranberries.
All right, Jim. Do you have your number 5 all squared away?
Just say
I don't really have it squared away. I was really contemplating several, and that's why we had talked about maybe doing sort of an overtime segment with these, because we talked about some of our killed darlings, but we're not doing that. So I don't know. Do I bring up some that you know what? What I'm gonna do with this one is I'm gonna be really short with my answer on this one, because I'm gonna use a little more time on another one. So I'm just going to go with a band that I really love. I love tons of their stuff. They have a few songs, a few things along the way of their career that really annoyed me, where I'm like, oh God, why? But I really love the band, really respect the band. They're phenomenal in so many ways. But they have an interesting way of leading off several of their records. And so the band's REM, and the track that I'm going to pick, and I could pick any of these really, because I don't really dislike it. It's the same thing as Gladys. Like, I don't dislike any of them. They're just like, this song's a little in that shiny happy people sort of camp, and that's really not my kind of REM jam.
I think I know where you're going with this.
The happy. So I'm going with Radio Song, but it really could be a Pop Song 89 as well. Those two are kind of interchangeable to me, but there's also a couple other, there's Airport Man off Up, Feeling Gravity's Pull doesn't really seem like a great REM opener off that album. Fables of Reconstruction. So anyway, but
this is a theme with REM. This is like, well,
sometimes
Michael Stipe just wants to be difficult.
Well, it's just like, okay, here's another example. How about this as an example? Drive is a great song, fantastic song. You're gonna like make that your opening track of your album? I mean, it's a great song, but I mean, that's kind of like, you're gonna it's like, it's great, but
yeah,
I don't know if that's how you like come out of the gates. I don't know. Maybe I'm a very energized kind of person. So I'm a lot of people like the slower kind of stuff. I guess I'm more upbeat. Anyway, I'll leave that one at that. And the other reason I picked Radio Song is because please don't start your song talking. Don't have someone talking at the beginning of your song, because then it goes on my playlist and it kills my vibe.
There goes the Prisoner and Number of the Beast.
Playlist killers.
The song starts out, a guy goes, "Hey, I can't find nothing on the radio. Turn it to that station." I'm like, how about you just play the song instead? So I don't have to hear that every time I play the song.
Long, convoluted album opener. Yeah, talking at the beginning of records.
All right. Well, that's nothing but love for REM, but that's my number 5.
All right.
And back to Dave for number 4.
Yeah, my number 4. This record, a huge, massive record in the 80s. And I just feel like this track, it was like same thing with Number of the Beast. It was like you had so many more options to choose from, and this was not the best one. This is Slippery When Wet, Let It Rock.
Okay.
Why? Okay. This is not who Bon Jovi is. I'm sorry. It's you open it. You open it up with an organ solo.
Oregon, yeah, it's like John Lord showed up.
Is this a Deep Purple record? Like what are we doing here? And then same thing. Like how badass would it have been if they opened the record with "You Give Love a Bad Name," just with the vocals just starting
the vocals
off.
just
Yeah,
boom.
It would have just destroyed everybody. And
Seriously.
this is
Scared you. It would have scared you. If you would have put the
give it
needle
up that quick, they didn't,
I guess, but like started off strong because like that Let It Rock too. That's like that should be number 4 or something. Number 5.
It's filler.
Yeah, that's track 5 at the end of side 1.
It's also this. It's not.
Maybe track 10.
They're not that band. Let It Rock. I don't know. Just
it's got some moments. It has some of the signature elements.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. It's not like, and I don't even not like the songs. It's not my favorite.
Yeah,
but I just think you had better options, guys.
Yeah,
that's
I
all.
always skipped that one. I skipped that one.
That's what I'm saying.
I did.
I gotta say, as much as I love "Slippery When Wet," it is not my favorite Bon Jovi album. So
no,
and I think there's a lot of filler on it.
I didn't listen to that record that much because I heard the singles so much.
I did skip the first track a lot.
Yeah,
I fast forwarded.
I know you did.
That was a cassette. That
So
was a
did I.
cassette.
Yeah. But a great point. What if you would have dropped the needle on that record or popped the cassette in your car or whatever, your CD or whatever back then? There was no streaming in 1986, I believe that was.
And just so you drop that needle and you just hear the vocals.
It would have
been you would have
screaming at you and all those vocals.
You would have
been like,
you would have blown the doors off with that.
Yeah, and then bury that track on side 2 somewhere.
You get a 45-second organ solo, and it's like, I love you, guy, but why?
What am I in church right now? What's going on here?
Just you guys aren't that.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
That's a good one, Dave. That's a good one. I like that. All right, Glenn.
I redeemed myself
4
after Invaders because you guys were so mad at me.
Invaders was great.
I wasn't mad at that.
Was great.
I wasn't mad at that at all.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared for it. All right,
you're gonna. Okay, go ahead.
All right, my number 4 it might be quite a deep cut for many.
You ready for this one, Dave?
All right, so
I'm wondering.
The
if I know
album is called Intuition.
Okay, yeah,
and it's TNT.
Jim, get ready.
Let's flip it around.
Here we go.
So we're it's 1989. Coming off the heels of my favorite TNT album, Tell No Tales. I was ready for this thing. I was dying to hear it. I heard a single, Tonight I'm Falling, I believe was the first single I heard. Saw the video. And okay. Not quite as metal as Tell No Tales, but I'm digging it. I'm all in on TNT. So I get the cassette, I bring it home, I pop it in, and I am immediately greeted by Tony Harnell tucking me in for a whimsical bedtime story.
The tuck. Wow. The nighttime tuck.
Oh, Tony. Don't tuck it in, Tony.
So say your prayers tonight, chase your dreams in flight. It starts out like a Disney tender. I feel like he's addressing someone else. He's talking to someone else, and maybe I should leave the room. Like it's not like I'm not the intended audience here. It's just so tender and whimsical, and
you weren't supposed to be in the room when this was happening.
Cozy up, and I love TNT. I love Tony Harnell, but there's something about the way this album started that just it gets better. I should say that the name of the track is A Nation Free, in parentheses, intro. So
parentheses, parentheses
builds.
are a thing too. Talk about parentheses sometimes.
That's another list we need to do.
That's in the top 5 songs with parentheses.
Yeah. I can already think of
That's
6.
a good list. This tune builds into more of a proper grand operatic big intro. But it starts out with just tucking me in so gentle, putting my precious little head on the pillow, and
this weirded me out. Like I haven't even heard it.
So
just even the way you're explaining it is like making it like a terrifying track one.
Expectations can be a tough thing because there's one on my list. My next one is, you expect something out of these bands that you love, and when they don't give it to you, it's tough.
Yeah. Tough. It's like a breakup.
Thankfully, they gave it to me for the rest of the album. It's a great album.
Yeah.
So, okay, Jim, how about you, number 4? Is that one written down?
All right. Yeah. Did I do any homework at all? Yeah. I decided to show up for number 4 and the rest. And actually, I had lots of number 5s. I just couldn't pick between them all. By the way, another one of my number 5s, which I don't think is going to be on yours, so I think it's safe. Nah, I better wait. I was going to say one of my number 5s is related to the Bon Jovi one.
Oh, okay.
But it's not Bon Jovi, but it was a band that opened for them on that tour. But so
think about that one.
I did not see them.
Now I have to say it because I don't think you're going to pick it. But it was Cinderella Night Songs. That's a terrible opener. I do not like that opener.
Yeah, that's not great.
That's not great.
Opener. No,
underrated band though.
And not only are you into right, exactly. That's the thing.
I think they're rated just about right.
I don't know. Wow. Okay. I think they're better than I remember.
No, Dave.
Sorry.
I think they're rated just about right.
No, I don't. I mean, I think people like Cinderella. I like Night Songs. I don't love the whole album. Obviously, I could skip that first track.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm not allowed. Okay. So that one. Yeah. It was like because the thing about that was the debut record. That's even more.
Yeah.
You're like you're coming at me with this when you could have just started with Shake Me.
Shake Me. I heard that the other day, and it was so good.
Come out of the gates.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, back to my number 4, which sorry to belabor that.
5B.
But yeah, it was 5B. 5B. Sorry.
Yeah.
Ooh,
okay.
Scandalous.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a classic cover. I mean, I got to give it to them for nailing the cover.
It is. And it's on the beautiful white vinyl. But here's the deal. That is what probably in my top 10 records of the 21st century. That is a brilliant record. I listened to it, wore it out. It's fantastic. I mean, it's just a brilliant album, but is a snoozer of a track one. Is this it? It's just, it's like a lullaby or whatever. It's like you were talking about the way that other one starts. This one is just meanders and kind of goes nowhere, and it's like at best it just feels like it's like an interlude or something somewhere on the record, but it's like a 2-minute song. It's a song. Every other song on there just blew me away. And when the record started, you're just going, okay, all right, here we go.
They didn't know what to do with it.
I heard this was cool. I heard this was a cool record. I'm listening to it, and then track 2 comes on. I'm like, oh, hang on here. And then we're off to the races, and everything else was brilliant. Yeah. So it was like, it's just like, it's another one where it's not even just the opening track on a record. It's the opening track to introduce yourself and your band to the freaking world. Yeah. This is who we are, ladies and gentlemen. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is who we are. And it's like, and to be fair, it sounds like a great album closer. Kind of like a little like, da, 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 you just end it with a little kind of jazzy number or whatever, you just end it with something kind of different and off the cuff. But it's not a bad song, isn't it? It's not bad. It's a 5-star album. There's no disrespect here. The Strokes are incredible. And with that, I pass the mic to you.
Starting our number 3s. This is going back to kind of the TNT, the expectations of when a band that you just love and their next album comes out and you can't wait. You go home, you throw it on, and you go, this is Queensryche was one of my favorite bands for a long, long, long time. And Operation Mindcrime, I think, is a masterpiece. And then you get to Empire, and they open with Best I Can, and you just kind of go, no.
Yeah.
Because it's again, it starts with like, there's some talking there, and it's kind of a really depressing song when you think about it. And there's like a children's choir going on, and about a kid that about a kid that finds his dad's gun, and then it's like,
it's too much.
I don't. Come on, guys. Like, you had so much momentum after Mindcrime, and then. I actually think Empire is a good record. It's a good record.
It actually
and
is.
there are some great songs on it. But to open to like, I just had the expectation of like, oh my God, this is going to blow me away.
Yeah.
And then I
got
put it
Best
on
I Can.
and I go, no, just no. Sorry. It didn't work.
I just want you to know you lost
shit out of that one.
You lost Glen's entire head when you said children's choir. It went like this.
I have a thing about children's choirs.
I know.
There was no Glen head left.
It's tough. There's only a few that work. There's only a few.
Yeah.
And it's tough.
When they work.
They're few and far between. But when, especially when they're like, I get it when they're doing like kind of like a creepy Aussie like religious thing.
Yeah.
But when they're
Cry Little Sister from Lost Boys.
Yes.
I'll take that.
When they're singing actual words, you can understand them, and they're like singing. It's just not my thing. And it was sad. It was sad because it was the first time I was like, oh, they're fallible. Like they're not perfect, because I thought after Mindcrime is a top 5 record for me all time for me. And that next effort just did not do it.
Yeah.
All right. So we're on to Glen.
Glen's number 3.
You were up with number 3.
Ooh, okay. Here we go. Let me get my props. All right. I know you guys. This is makes perfect sense after TNT Intuition. So Halloween, Pink Bubbles Go Ape.
Yeah.
Okay, take it in.
Bubbles
Take
go-
it in.
Just look
Pink
at it.
bubbles.
Jim.
Yeah.
Take
Look
it
at
in.
it.
Yep. The eggs on the eyes.
Yeah.
You
So,
might want to explain to everybody the album title first, maybe.
well, this is the song, the title track, Pink Bubbles Go Ape. It opens the album.
Bubbles go ape.
Are you guys familiar with Camptown Races? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's basically that. Doo-dah, doo-dah. It's not, but it might as well be.
Ooh.
That's shocking coming from a German band.
Well, no, because here's the thing: Halloween has a sense of humor, and they're always that's always coming to the surface, and there's a wink and a cheeky thing, and they have a great sense of humor, and it is often found in their music. So they opened this album with this little shanty ditty doo-dah doo-dah type of melody, it's called Pink Bubbles Go Ape. So out of the gate,
that says a lot.
Yeah.
But when you saw that album title, and then you flipped the record over and you saw that was track 1 as well, what were your?
I would have concerns.
What were you anticipating?
Let me just read one more title to you. Heavy Metal Hamsters.
Okay, so they were really getting campy with this one.
So they really did. And so you kind of knew that's what you're getting. Now, I didn't hear any of this before I got it because it was only an import at the time. This is 91. I ordered it from Tempo Music across from USC. He opened up, back in the day, they had the book,
the phonologue.
Yeah, opened it up, found the catalog number. He
phonologue.
special ordered. It was a UK cassette. Super excited to get it. Now, there's some great tracks on this album, but
Particularly Heavy Metal Hamster.
I don't. No,
No.
Must admit,
that's not one of my favorites.
That one.
I mean, I'm sorry,
I've not heard
you can't call a song Heavy Metal Hamster and expect me to like it.
Is it what's
But
the
you'll
tempo?
buy it.
What's the tempo of Heavy Metal
Cassette and
Hamster?
record.
Is it fast, slow? Oh, a mid up tempo.
He was throwing shoulders. A hamster underneath there. I don't know if we'll get a copyright strike for that.
So yeah, but they're not kidding around when they're calling this album "Pink Bubbles Go Ape," and we're going to go there. You know, it's not "Keeper of the Seven Keys" Part 1 or Part 2. Put it to you that way.
I gotta say, I do not know how to follow up "Pink Bubbles Go Ape" or "Heavy Metal Hamster."
You just gotta give us number 3.
Yeah, I just got to give it to you. I just got it. This is going to be very, I don't know. I think this is going to be a little milquetoast compared to that. But number 3 is, this was about anticipation. The opening track on this record was very important because it was coming off a massive, one of the biggest records of the 80s. It was the Joshua Tree. And it was coming off of the Joshua Tree. The Joshua Tree is not in this, in my choice here. So it was the record coming after that. So imagine, what was it, 25 million records? They blow up. They're huge all over the world. And everyone's waiting for that next record to come out. Turns out it's Rattle and Hum, and it was a bit rushed. If you remember, it was like, like they did a track. It was a pretty good song, but it was that like one studio track on it, I think, like Angel of Harlem or whatever.
Desire.
We had Desire as well. So yeah, I think there maybe it was 2. Maybe there were more tracks in that. I can't remember now. But there were a lot of live tracks.
It's
on
a strange album. I
It's a
never
very
really
strange-
knew what
It
to
is
think
a
of that
strange
album.
Yeah.
Is it live? Is it not? Like, what is it?
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm not surprised you said it was rushed because that is what it felt like.
It felt right, and and it's not only live. There's some big fans of it might say interesting tracks. You know,
God Part 2.
Yeah,
Part
that
2. That's right. Yeah.
That's cool. But anyway, the opening track is what I found to be very strange, very bewildering. It is a cover of Helter Skelter, and so the first thing you hear after the Joshua Tree is Bono on the mic live reminding everybody that this was a song that Charles Manson stole from the Beatles, and he's like, and now we're stealing it back. That's what he says. It's like,
okay.
So you're not really stealing it back because it's not your song. It's like you're doing a cover of it. But he was like, we're going to reclaim it for the Beatles or something. And anyway, but he's talking about Charles Manson and all this to start out your record after the Joshua Tree.
Yeah.
And then they
Skelter.
proceed to do a NAF version of Helter Skelter.
Yeah.
It's
Probably
a bit
best,
of a...
probably best to avoid Charles Manson at all costs.
Yeah.
Mentioning him or anything like that, you know.
But when you think about it, they think about you're coming off the Joshua Tree.
Yeah, strange
and the
move.
first
One of the biggest
thing
albums
when
of
the
all
needle
time.
drops,
Rebellion.
Yeah.
the first thing when the needle drops, you're the A&R guy, you're the record label, and you're like, what's the first thing everyone in the world's gonna hear when they've been waiting for the Joshua Tree? It's like, Charles Manson stole this song, okay.
Yeah.
So
Questionable decision.
That album just bought them some time, I think.
I think it did.
That's all it
I think
really
it
was.
did. I bet the record company was like, we just got to get something out there. Like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, there's plenty of albums that have been rushed like that, where the record company's just like, just get it out. Just get something out there. We have to have something. And I actually I like Angel of Harlem. I like Desire. I like God Part 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not a great choice to open.
you could have opened the record with any of those and then not talked about Charles Manson and probably would have just ignored Helter Skelter as a cover.
Yeah.
But instead it was the opening track and it's bewildering.
Not to mention,
and
I think Motley Crue already stole it back before that.
Well, yeah, they did.
Yeah.
That's true. They did it off
That's
of
a damn
on Shout
good
at the
cover.
Devil.
That
it's a good cover.
works for me.
That was a good version of it, actually. So, that's my number 3. So, swinging it on over to Dave for number 2.
Number 2, this band's first album probably might have the best opening track of any album ever in rock. I'm talking about Van Halen 1 with Running with the Devil.
Ooh, yeah.
Van Halen 2 starts off with a cover tune of You're No Good. And I know they're sometimes they're campy. They like their cover tunes.
Yeah, they do like
But
their cover tunes.
I don't understand that one at all. Especially when you have Dance the Night Away as track 2. you opened your first record with the most badass tune ever, and then you kind of have this like strange, like Linda Ronstadt did a much better version of this song. Like it's not even good. It's not even a good version of that tune.
Yeah.
You know, so very bewildering. And I don't know who kind of championed that idea, but they missed it.
Interesting. It was 79, so that song, You're No Good was still probably, permeating the airwaves
in the zeitgeist, but like, it just, you're not going to do it.
Don't take on Linda Ronstadt. That's a fool's errand.
Well, she that's what I'm saying. She already had the version of that song, and then you just, but like, you couldn't come out.
It's the party
better.
band. It's the party band element of Van Halen shining.
Yeah. And I appreciate that because sometimes I like it. I like it when they get vaudevillian, but we're not with that tune. No, sorry. That's my number 2. All right, Glenn, take it away.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Okay. So
that's a deep breath.
Well,
I can't wait to see what's next.
You seem belabored on this already.
Well,
is this one going to take a little out of you?
Well, it might. I actually did not buy this album when it came out because I was very upset with this band. I'm talking about Kiss. Peter Criss was gone. I was hurt. I was really hurt.
We're not laughing at you. We're just
I'm not.
I caught something in my throat.
I understand.
Yeah. So I remember seeing it. I think it was Kmart, in the music section of Kmart, and they're not on the cover of it. And I picked it up. I hadn't heard anything, and I put it down. And I was even more upset.
Oh, this is going to get interesting. Yeah,
So,
I'm shocked right now because I know how you feel about this record.
I love this record. Fanfare is the opening track, and it goes right into Just a Boy. So Fanfare is Paul at a Renaissance fair. I have an aversion to Renaissance fair vibes.
Wait, because of this record, or just
no?
I want you to feel good about something, Glenn. You're not alone. You're not alone in that.
Never been.
We're here for you.
So it's instrumental, and the melodies, again, very medieval. I don't know, tights and lutes. I don't know. And then if you're strong enough to make it through, it's like a challenge. Like, can you do it?
You should have dressed up for this.
If you get through it, you're hit with this track, Just a Boy, which is where Paul really steps in with his falsetto. And I mean, it's called Just a Boy. And it's just confusing because you're not, it's like, but once you understand what this album is, it all makes perfect sense. It's basically a Bob Ezrin solo album.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a concept album. But again, I really love the song. But what's interesting about these two tracks is this is the Japanese pressing. This is what it looked like to them on the shelves. This is the intended track order. The sequence is the intended sequence here, starting with Fanfare into Just a Boy. The record label said, no, you're not doing that. And they shuffled the order so the album, the US version and other versions do not start with those two songs. You hear The Oath first, which is one of the bigger rock tunes on the album.
Yeah.
So Polygram's like, we're not starting with this Renaissance fair thing. But
this is the thing. Someone came in. That's how some of these other ones make you scratch your head because you're like, someone at least stepped in here and went, no Renaissance fair at the beginning.
Yeah. But that's not considered the true album. So they've reissued it a few times and they put it back to starting with Fanfare into Just a Boy.
So they really want
they've corrected it.
Bob Ezrin's vision.
Yeah. But so anyway, that's
So just to you put a button on it, is this something was a Bob thing, or was it the sequencing? Or his Kiss said, no, we wanted the Renaissance Fair first as the first track.
I think Paul, Gene, and Bob are all probably on the same page. I don't know for sure.
They wanted that.
I should know because I read an entire book about this album.
Well, you don't hire Bob Ezrin to not start with fanfare. You know what I mean? Like that's what he's going to do.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
He's kind of the fanfare king.
But it's
all
not
right. Well, there it is. Yeah. Fanfare, your Renaissance choice for the number. Your number 3 was that?
That was no, that was my number 2.
That was number 2. That's right. Oh,
Jimmy,
I'm on number.
Jimmy, we need your number 2.
Swinging around to me. Where is my number 2?
Yep.
All right. So, wow. So here we go again with a very anticipated album coming off of arguably the biggest album of all time. It probably still is if you discount greatest hits and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, Bad Song, even worse choice for an opening song. And let me just read to you a little bit about the sound that you hear. The world waited 5 years for this album. The first thing you hear is a bass line that was likely the Synclavier, known for producing punchy, clean, futuristic bass sounds with a metallic, slightly bell-like attack in very little decay. And supposedly a little DX7 sprinkled in there along with it. For a bass, does this sound like a good bass sound to you guys? And we'll get into DX7 abuse later. I want to do a top 5 about DX7 abuse. And I want to do top 5 songs with DX7 abuse because that is a thing of its own. But for another time. I digress. The first lyrics you hear after 5 years of waiting to hear the greatness that this person was at the time is, and I quote, "Your butt is mine." Just take that in for a second.
Yeah.
Everybody taking it in? Your butt is mine. The song, of course, is Bad by Michael Jackson. And
it's
that's all
literally bad.
There's a lot to unpack there.
It's literally bad.
Yeah, we're not going to unpack anything else. Yeah. We're just going to end it right there. But
careful.
Yep.
Careful.
Bad song, really, but it was a hit. It was a massive hit. And by the way, Michael Jackson people send a hate mail. It's a subjective thing. There's a lot of Michael Jackson songs that blow my mind where I'm like, oh my gosh, the sounds of this song sound so dated, so, and I suppose at the time they sounded futuristic, but that is my number 2.
Well, every time I hear that song, I can only think about I'm fat. So
Weird Al.
Yeah. It's like they're the same song to me.
Eat it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow Weird Al comes first. I don't know why.
Yeah. It's just I've never thought of the song Bad in the past since it came out, but I have thought about I'm fat.
I never liked it. Your butt is mine.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
That's a real thing.
It's the first singing line?
Very first line.
Okay.
I had to go back because when I was thinking about this stuff, I was like, yeah, that was not a good first single, let alone first song on the album coming off of the greatest selling record of all time. And then I was like, wait a minute. I think the first lyric to that was "Your butt is mine." And I'm like, well, that would clinch that would clinch the deal. That would seal the deal. It was my number. It was my number 1, but it got knocked out out of the number 1.
It's
slot.
tough, when you have when you are the biggest selling record of all time. You have that. It's tough to do the next one.
Well, and there were some good rock songs on that record too.
Yeah,
good songs on the Bad record,
but not that
one. There were some bad songs, and that one was bad, and they named it after being bad.
Yeah, it was literally bad.
Yeah. All right, so we're swinging it back around.
Okay, my number 1, I guess.
Yeah, drum roll, please.
This one was hard for me but I've thought this for decades, that this song was not a good song to start this album with. Probably my favorite guitar player for a long time. He was in a couple bands, and this was his debut album, and this was what I have here. And he decided to start. Let me just can see it.
Oh, this is
scandalous
for
to start
Dave.
his debut album. He started his debut album with like a 70 beats per minute ballad.
Oh,
Instrumental ballad.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about
That's
Yngwie
tough.
Malmsteen. The album's Rising Force. The song is Black Star, which I love. Black Star. I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But why?
Considered a classic, right?
Yes. But why?
Yeah.
A lot of this, my list was like things when you had better options.
Better options.
Far
Yeah.
Beyond the Sun is a much better option. Just flip those two songs and
Yeah.
you are good. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
It starts with
That's it.
an acoustic guitar, which Yngwie loves starting songs with a little classical
Yes.
acoustic guitar. But just transition that into Far Beyond the Sun and you're good.
Yeah, let's
Why?
just make a rule.
Like,
Nothing under
no, it
100
doesn't
beats
even-
per
it's,
minute to
you
start
know,
your
like,
record.
yeah. Can you keep it? It's got to be minimum 90. Can we say that?
Yeah. It has
I
to be
just
above
don't-
the resting
I
heart
just-
rate.
And I felt guilty. I felt guilty for years about this. That sometimes I just skip it.
You just skipping Black Star?
Sometimes I do.
Guilt
And
is eating you alive. I can see it on your face.
I hate myself for it, but I
Well,
do.
I don't blame you, Dave. I don't blame you.
You know, because
I want you to continue to hate yourself for it.
because Far
No,
Beyond.
I don't blame you for skipping it.
Yeah, but far.
But please do continue continue hating yourself.
Yeah, I hate myself for it.
Yeah.
But especially because Far Beyond the Sun is probably one of my top 5 Yngwie songs of all time. I love Far Beyond the Sun.
Yeah.
It was the thing
Wow.
that like made me want to play like him. Was that song?
Yeah.
That was the song for
Yeah.
me. And you know, you're starting your guitar journey as a solo artist. I'm talking about in Yngwie's starting out. This is my solo album. Wouldn't you want to put something that showcases how amazing you are first, rather than something that just puts everybody to sleep for like, I think it's like 5:40, the song. Like it's so long, and
Yeah.
it just goes on and on and on, and I'm just like, no, snooze fest. Come on, Yngwie, do better.
Yeah.
Because I love Yngwie. I love Yngwie. And I don't want him to hear this because he'll be mad at me. But
You don't want Yngwie mad.
no,
at you.
I don't want Yngwie mad at me.
We all know that much.
No, you don't. But I just feel like it's been decades and I finally said it aloud. I finally said it.
Wow.
I finally said it to somebody.
I think Dave's going to be able to sleep tonight, Glenn.
I feel like the weight's been lifted off of my shoulders. Why?
I can see
Yngwie?
it.
If he was in the room, I would just ask him why. Why did you do it? What was the point of that? Because if I was putting out my debut album, I would not put a ballad first.
Well, I mean,
it's
who
just-
knows? Who knows what decisions went into that? Who made the
Well,
decisions?
he's making them all. Yngwie's making all the decisions.
But it was very early in his career. I don't know, maybe a couple decisions were made for him.
Didn't he produce and mix this record? It says, didn't it say that? I don't know.
Yeah,
if
I
it
think
does.
so.
I think most of the decisions were Yngwie's. So I would ask him why, and then he might beat me up. I don't know.
You look completely unencumbered now, Dave.
Yeah, I feel
like it's just a
I feel like a new man. Decades long guilt and fear have finally been purged.
Well,
my
excellent.
number one.
We've done God's work here today as well, so it's good.
Yeah.
We've done good things for Dave. This has been therapeutic and a good time to mention. Also to have everyone out there put their comments and
Yeah.
their picks in
I
here
might
so that
not-
we
might-
can.
I'm
What's
scared to read them, but it's okay. It's okay.
Well, what I really want, to encourage people to do is put their their openers in there, because we're missing there's lots of these, and it'd be really fun to put together a playlist. We'll have links for these for our lists in the thing. But maybe when we, if we decide on some of these to go back and do an episode, maybe we go back and do an episode. If there's tons of comments about on some of these episodes, if that happens, then we'll revisit some of those, and maybe we'll go back because there's so many great ones in there from the viewers. So go ahead and leave yours in there if you so choose. We would love to see them. And that leads us over to the G-Man, number one.
Number one.
Number one.
I like this song quite a bit. I liked it back in the day. I think I might have tenderized in an 8th grade slow dance, or but it has no business opening an album.
He's getting irate. Oh, wow.
We're gonna start off with Amanda.
These are deep roots, Glenn.
We're gonna
back to the homeland.
Back to the homeland, you guys. That was track one. That was track one.
Track one.
Yeah.
That's a track three. That's a track three. Track four.
Well, two maybe.
Should be
two.
It's a ballad. You don't do a ballad at two, and not at that time.
The next tune is "We're Ready."
Yeah.
You don't open up with "We're Ready." I forgot about. Is that a weird Japanese pressing? Are
No,
you sure?
No,
That's
I remember.
Just freaking straight out of the gates, Amanda. Here's our big hit, everybody. Here's our ballad starting off our album. Zero foreplay.
And by the way, yeah, Japanese pressings are not weird. They're awesome. They're the best. But they're often, I say weird because they sometimes have like you showed earlier, they switch up the tracks.
Flip things around.
Different covers. And
Japanese pressings are the best. So go ahead. I'm sorry. So it is. There it is. I'm in disbelief.
I think it was just an obvious, this is the big hit. Yeah. They knew it in advance.
It's it's the money grab.
And it's just, we're just going to put it right at the beginning because that's everyone's going to hear it, and they can not have to work for it. They could just put the album on, and there it is.
That song.
Right.
That song
That's
was put.
Exactly
that song was put number one for people who aren't Boston fans.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, because it had been almost 10 years or something since they had put out a record. So they probably figured they were toast, but they probably also knew that was a hit in India.
And again, I like the tune. I really like Amanda. I think it's a great tune. I liked
that. I don't remember. I remember being surprised by that record, actually, when I heard. I was working in a record store at the time. And I remember we listened to it quite a bit in there thinking, it sounded fantastic, of course. Yeah, it was Tom Schultz, but
I mean,
it sounded amazing.
Side one is
solid.
good.
Yeah,
I do remember thinking. I mean, it does sound good. I do remember thinking it sounds a little too much like Boston. That sounds weird to say, but they didn't change anything.
Yeah,
it was like Tom Schultz left his studio for 10 years and then just came back, and all the settings were the same. And he just went, cool, let's make a record. Yeah. And here we go.
Except this one, he actually used the Rockman.
He did. Okay. Yeah, that's right. I remember not really liking that.
Yeah.
I never had a Rockman.
I love Cool the Engines.
Cool the Engines
is
great.
Is a great. That's a great tune.
Yeah, it's a great song. And Amanda's good too. It's just it's very Boston,
But put this on.
Yeah.
And just you the feeling you get when you realize it's the first song on the album. It's just crazy.
I was in disbelief when you said it. I really genuinely thought that you had a pressing from, Russia or something.
It does just open with like that 12 string, that big G chord. Down, 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 down,
right in.
Down, down. Yeah. And it's just another down tempo.
Yeah.
And you, Dave, you mentioned, it sounding like too much like Boston, 10 years later. And the funny thing is, I remember when I first heard it, I'm like, the first thing I thought of was No one has mustaches anymore. Everybody had a mustache in the late 70s or whatever. All the dudes in the band. Yeah. Everyone had a big old mustache or whatever. And then when I heard this, I'm like, well, this is like that mustache music, you know? This is like still sounds like it like could have come from that. I was like, no one has mustaches anymore. But but nothing like that first Boston record. And this record sounded really good too. So I wasn't mad at it.
The first Boston record is like, especially for people from Boston, it's like a matter of civic pride for us. It's like, it's like we are proud of that record.
This tour for Third Stage, they sold out. Was it the Centrum for
the Centrum, like 8 nights?
8 nights or something.
Yeah.
I mean,
they just kept adding shows. I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do remember that. Like when they sold out another one, let's just add another show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That record, it's amazing.
That's a great number one.
Yeah,
that is a great number one.
One of you guys would have it on your list. I'm glad it worked out.
That's a good one, man. You got me on that one. That was a surprise.
All right, Jim. Well, you're up.
That was track 3 or 4.
Well, you thought because you knew it should have been.
Because my mind just didn't let me believe it was a track 1.
Yeah.
So, all right, my number 1 is from a comeback album from an artist that I love that followed years of records that were like widely panned and unsuccessful. They did not do well. There was a persistent drug problem. Things were not going in a good direction. But not long after this record was made, this artist would infamously be known for demanding of a hotel clerk that they do something about the wind outside because it was too noisy. And this is when around the time the person said, yeah, I think I might have a drug problem. So this record was made while this artist was living in hotels for years at a time and having people deliver drugs to their room. This sounds awful. I'm saying all these bad things, but this is out there. This person tells the story anyway. But anyway, this is like a comeback record. This record was a huge record. The album is Too Low for Zero. It is Sir Elton John. He was not knighted at the time, but I know Glenn is a huge fan, and I am a huge fan as well. This is no diss to Elton, but you have, after coming off of all of these kind of records that stiffed, and there's some great songs on those records, but a lot of those records did not do very well at all, and they were critically panned. Anyway, you have I'm Still Standing sitting there, and you make that track 2. You're going to make a declaration to the world. You know you got a hit on your hands. You make a video for it, whatever, and you make it track 2. Okay. That's all right. You can make it track 2. You can make it any track. You don't have to make a track 1. Probably should make a track 1.
It wasn't a ballad, so it could have been track 1, you know?
Right.
It would have worked as track 1.
Would have worked.
Right. Would have come out of the gates.
Yeah.
Bam. That thing's like
the message of
check
it.
out of the box.
The message of it. I'm still standing.
The message, and it's like a super upbeat, fun
it's a
song.
Slam dunk.
I love that tune.
Slam dunk out of the gates. Put the needle on. Boom. And so it's like, okay, you didn't do that. That's one thing.
Yeah.
But there's a problem here.
Yeah.
And it's not that.
It's a big problem.
There's a big problem here.
Yeah, Glenn knows what's coming. Track 1, this record was put out in May of 1983. And I want to reiterate.
In May. Yeah.
May. There's a reason why I'm repeating May. Because it's not anywhere near December. Okay? And track 1 on the album is a Christmas song.
That's right.
And this is not a Christmas record.
I remember now.
No, Christmas songs have no business on regular albums.
No.
They don't have any business on a regular album. I don't know that they ever have been on an album, but they certainly don't lead your comeback record out of the gates in May. In May, you're going to release a new record. You recorded it in Montserrat. You got the whole band back together. He put the band back together for this. This is the first record he had with Bernie doing all the lyrics again, and he got the whole entire band back together.
Yeah. He was done with his Fox endeavors and whatnot.
Right. So, and I just want to say, there's Christmas songs where, I don't know, some punk band does a Christmas song. Maybe it doesn't really sound like a Christmas song or something like this.
Right. It's a little bit disguised, or it's not. Doesn't have like sleigh bells in it.
Right. This does. This song does. This song's a Christmas song. This song could be
Full-blown Christmas song.
tucked right in there between Mannheim Steamroller and Amy Grant's Tender Tennessee Christmas.
Maybe a little Manhattan transfer to.
Yeah, right.
I have some
right in between.
I have some notes after this. But go ahead, Jim.
So, there's so much there, but there were drugs involved, and I'm guessing that had something to do with it. And it's actually not a bad song. It's just for Christmas songs as they go. But this is the most perplexing thing ever.
It's not considered
to
a
me.
Christmas classic, is it?
No, it's not. You really don't hear it on the radio at all. But so why was it the number one track on your non-Christmas record?
Your May release. I mean, was this his first like move towards when he became like the Lion King guy?
No, that was.
I know it was way earlier than that, but was this the first inkling?
Way before.
Was it the first inkling?
It was maybe some sort of foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing.
I thought this was maybe when he got sober or something, and he was like, "Oh, let's do Christmas songs," and he liked it or something. No, he got sober in 1990, and that's when he started doing the Tarzan or whatever. Not Tarzan, but that was Phil Collins. All that other stuff, the Lion King and the other things.
Very similar in my mind, though.
Yeah, completely. Those are interchangeable for me. It was a moment in time I want to forget.
Yeah, it's a good number one, Jim.
All right, guys. Well, that was great. That was enlightening, and hopefully everyone got a kick out of it. And we'll leave theirs in the comments because I'd love to hear some more of these.
Yeah.
Because the surprises are the best. You go, oh yeah. Oh,
I'm sure
that was a track one.
Yeah, there's a ton that I'm sure I forgot about.
Yeah. So it'll be fun. I hope people throw some in there and do all the usual stuff if you can so we can get this going. Do the subscribe thing if you can, if you want to. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. And we will see you next time on the 5x3. See you later.
Thank goodness that came to
And
Jim's
Dave got a
attention.
little aggressive there too when I said, I'm not hearing you, Dave. He said, I'm talking right into it.
I was.
Well, this makes a lot more sense.
Without it on.
Okay, is that better now?
Yeah, you're sounding good now.
That's a lot better.